So are we going? We're running.
Yeah.
So welcome. This is the finishing shed, if you like. Then, so the timber racking's in here. So the air drying will. The process is take a tree down, take it to the mill, plank it, then bring it to primary drying, which is a different building to this. It will then sit there for 2-3 years, 1 inch per year, depending on the thickness of the board. It has to sit there for this sort of length of time. Then I'll bring it into this shed here, which is warmer and drier, to finish the timber off, to get that last little bit of moisture out of it. I'll then select the timber for whatever piece I'm making. It'll go next door and get machined and milled and processed and developed into product.
So if you're making it that dry, how do you stop it from splitting and things?
So there's various. There's a dark art to drying timber.
Is there?
Yeah, absolutely. So when the timber comes down, it's obviously in its green state, so it's full of moisture. You take it to the mill and you put it through the saw, and I've seen logs split clean in half as soon as you put a saw up to it, because it's full of tensions and stresses and strains, and all of those pressures and loadings have got to come out, and they come out during the mill process initially, and then as the moisture wicks away out of the end grain, then it's going to release more tensions and more pressures. You can reduce that rate of evaporation of moisture and control it, which will in turn will reduce the splitting and the checking.
Okay.
But you've got to let the timber settle and stabilise before you can do anything with it.
Those are quite a size, aren't they? They're huge.
Drag it.
Yeah, well, you get another pair of hands. Come give me a hand sometimes and you lift them out. Yeah.
Amazing.
So there's some interesting timber in here. Yeah. We've got oak that's come from the Tortworth estate, from the Berkeley estate, and also from various places in Devon. Then we've got quite a quantity of apple, oddly, and some cedar wood and cedar of Lebanon.
Which one's the Lebanon?
Cedar of Lebanon, very fashionable to plant in the early 1800s when the gentry were marking their territory.
Yeah, they're wonderful looking tree, aren't they?
Yeah, you see them in churchyards quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're the ones with the great big long arbours that sit out, and good for hanging swings from.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.